Good morning, it's Barbara Borck-Hart, and we're back in the studio. Now I'm working on the lesson, and you can see the horse is starting to evolve. The horse's name is Captain. He's a paint rescue, and this is Carolyn, the little girl who is training him. She is trying to get him to go backwards, and he wants to go forwards. Anyway, what I have done is I have tweaked the horse a little, so Captain is on an angle, so he's not parallel to the bottom of the canvas. And you can see the light is coming from this way this time. They're in the riding arena, the indoor riding arena, and the light is coming across the back of Captain, the top of Carolyn's head, and her shirt. So you get this light color in here. Actually, it's cascading down the legs of Captain, and you get this thin line down the neck, and here's the front of Carolyn's shirt. And she is leaning in, so you're getting this tension between Carolyn over here and this big giant horse over here. They're not exactly meeting, but they're coming to a meeting of the minds over here. Anyway, if you watch me today, we'll see where we go from here. It's pretty wet, so I'll probably be working on the ground around it while this gets a little tacky, so I can reapply paint on top of it. And this is what's happening. So you get the energy going across. There's still this contact over here, and then this is going up this way. Join me, and we'll see what happens. Good morning. It's Barbara Borck-Hart, and we're back in my studio, and we're getting ready for another day. As you can see, I've been working on the lesson with Captain, the horse, and Caroline, the little girl who's training the horse. And I have definitely gotten Captain in. I've been working on Captain. I've been making his light areas brighter and his color and his patch darker. He's a paint horse, he's beautiful, and he's beginning to glow. You can feel the sunlight streaming across his back. His head is bent. He's coming in towards Caroline to get a reading from her. So you get this tension pushing together here. The front of her shirt is also glowing with the sunlight, as long as so will her face be. There's a glow coming up right in here, bouncing off him, coming out this way. This part is more in shadow, but you get the size of the horse next to the little girl who's going to train him. And today, I think I'm going to push the negative space back even further so that you get this really glowy event happening in here. It's darker, but it's not dark enough. It'll be a different brown. This is a reddish orange hot brown. This will be a duller grayer brown, which will push it back. This will come forward. Anyway, that's where we're going to go today, so stay with me and watch what happens. It's Barbara Borck-Hart, and I'm back again at the end of the day. I just want you to see what I did today. I told you I would darken up the ground around the horse and around the figure, which is what I did, which pushed it back and pulled the horse forward. Captain is now really coming towards you, as well as Caroline. Let's see, we put in a window up in here, and I have the figure starting to emerge. Caroline is leaning in against Captain, right here. They're not quite touching, but they're coming to a meeting of the minds. And she's leaning in. She has the rope here. There'll be, let's see, some type of communication which is getting him to move his foot backwards. His foot, if you remember the video, had been going forwards. Now he's beginning to step backwards. And she's going to come into the frame this way. So we have a meeting of the minds, and they're not colliding, they're not fighting, they're having a conversation, and the energy is going out that way. They're illuminated, and we're getting this feeling of energy coming across that way. So you can see what's going on. The figure is starting to emerge. Here's her head, here's her arm. She's holding the rope in her hands. Here's her boots. And we're going to see her emerge even more fully, probably when I get back to work on it. It's very wet now, so I'm going to wait till it tacks up a little and then work it some more. She'll emerge, and I'm not sure, I sort of anchored his leg back here a little. His tail is not in yet because I can't decide if I want it up here or down here. We'll see later on. Meanwhile, I'm going to be working over here. All right? Stay with me, and I'll see you next time when Carolyn starts to emerge a little bit more.